Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. Today we'll be flying the PMDG B747-800 or 747-8F. Don't know why I go with the with the hundreds there. I guess it's from the 737s, but for the 747 it was only the 8 that was added. And we are flying from Dubai to Bahrain. So we're staying here in the Middle East. Don't know why I've been flying quite a bit here, but I don't know. I kind of enjoy the scenery and the different airlines that are here. And we're flying a fictional Saudia cargo. I don't think they had the 747-8 in their fleet. They probably had the 400. But I just thought I would fly with something more regionally appropriate, even though I would assume airlines such as UPS or FedEx probably fly here as well. And I don't think I've done this aircraft on a video before, but I did show the 400 with basically the same, so this one won't be as in depth, but I guess just, you know, so you can see it a bit. The outside is pretty good. You do have the cargo holes, or who am I lying to, the outside is very nice actually. It's very good textures, this one for P3D. Very nice model. I like the fact that the 747s, they all have the rain effects and stuff, which the 777 doesn't. So it's, I guess the 737 is the most up-to-date model, and then the 747 is the next in line from PMDG in relation to P3D. And look at these huge engines as well. Very nice looking. It's a good livery as well. The person who made this. But yeah, let's jump into the cockpit. As you can see, very similar to the 747-400, or 747-400. There is a texture pack to give you kind of like a dark gray kind of look, which I have used on some aircrafts, so it looks a bit like the 787. But this is how it looks in real life. This kind of, I wouldn't say basic, but I guess a bit dull color. Let me just see, I'm starting my cockpit simulator so that I have the possibility to connect my CDU. So let's see, or FMC, I guess, my flight management computer, because I have the separate hardware for that. But yeah, to get going, I'm gonna bring up my SimBrief flight plan. So I have it open on my other screen. We'll start with batteries, external power. Don't know why it always loads quite a bit when I do the external power, but it does work, so that's that's good enough. You can have this one as well, but I usually don't put it on, because then you can't, I think, open the nose, so there's some limitations. You can see we also have the newer displays, so not the CRT displays. So I'm not sure. I mean, you have the BFB, right? So if you really like the 747, you want the 800, then this might be worth it. But I mean, it's not such an icon anymore, right? I mean, the 747, 400, 200, those are like the icons. This is the kind of the last addition to the family. Not a bad looking aircraft at all, but just kind of, you know, fell flat. Sales weren't that good. I guess they just kind of didn't have to do too much tweaking to get this aircraft out, and could compete a bit at least with the Airbus A380. But I guess the sales on this one was even worse than the A380. So, but I guess they would have probably profited more since they already had kind of the airframe, and there wouldn't have been as much development cost. So yeah, let's get going. We'll do our payload, which is not that high, 2.6. Oh no, sorry, that was on the payload. Zero fuel is quite high. 6, 9, 8.6. Invalid entry. How can it give us such a high Maybe if we do the fuel and put that down a bit. Oh, it's because it's in kilos, that's why. Let me see. I really haven't flown the 800 a lot. I usually fly the 400. Just because I like the kind of... I like the old school. For some reason it's like this nostalgia you have for something that you might not, you shouldn't maybe have, because you don't, I don't think I've ever flown on a 747 in real life. Let's see, I like to have all the calls out just to make sure. ADF, yeah, we like ADF, no antennas. Fire detection, that's fine. Pack flow econ mode, no, let's not tweak that. Let me see, I think it's on displays actually here. So we want to go pounds. We're going to keep Celsius as our temperature unit. Oh, now it's bugged out a bit. Let me just see the options. It's always good to check those. No failures. Displays. Show V2 doesn't really matter, I think. But what we do want to have a look at is failures, and just to see if no information here. Yeah, the buttons on this FMC that I have isn't the best. Probably haven't used them enough. Let me just have a look if there's any settings here. You can see it here on the bottom that I'm trying to tweak. I don't think maybe we need to... Simulation... Maybe it's here actually. Nope. What I'm looking for actually is just to see what's it called, maintenance-based failures. Could have been that I missed it. It's not the end of the world if you don't have it, but it's kind of nice to have that, right? Because I mean, if you do something, I guess I'm not sure if it's like wrong, but at least we can get like these random failures from time to time. But okay, we'll leave it as is now. So let's instead just have a quick look on the upper panel. Not sure if there's too many changes from the 747. I'm guessing it's quite similar. Looks like it is at least. We can go to nav mode with all the IRSs. And then let me just bring up to check the flight plan. So we're doing runway 30 right to runway 30 right. So that makes it easy to remember. And we can, I guess, start to do that. But maybe we want to actually open the doors, right? Get those entries. We can open the first one, the nose cargo, the upper deck ride, the forward cargo, the aft cargo. What's the side cargo? Oh, did we just open the door to the upper deck? Yeah, this is super cool with all these different doors, right? And then you can see it come up like this. I love the fact that you have like the external model. This is though a bit... I wish they would have, because I mean, you can technically, you can be looking like this. Put your view... Oh, and no engines. That's always a bummer. I think you need to have some of the external model visualized, like they did with the front here. But okay, not the end of the world. Let's see. The yoke is visible. I guess we can keep it visible, shouldn't hurt us too much. What do we want to do next then? I guess we would want to use GSX, but I'm not sure the profile for GSX even allows for the forward kind of boarding. It doesn't look like it does. So that's a bummer. But what we can do is we can actually get the PMDG one to do that. So we'll go to the FMC, FS actions, not ground connections, even that though that one is useful, and then we can do nose cargo, and we can request. And what we should get there, you can see the PMDG one is coming up, so we'll get that one as well for the nose. We can probably change with the nose as well, like what it's loading, I would presume, but yeah, not too much of a big deal for me. So let's see now, position in it. Let's do the GPS position. Good, we're getting our systems online. Route OMDB. We can put crew. And we are open aft cargo, and oh, so they want us to open some more cargo doors. Let me see, which ones don't I have open? Oh, why are they closed? So forward and aft, they should be open. And now let me just jump quickly to, because I'm thinking we might have forgotten to do the payload, which we had of course. 698.6. I'm gonna do the same with the fuel. Well, not the same number, but put in the total fuel that we'll be using for this flight. Good. Now back to the FMC. We are going to Bahrain. And actually just during the sim market sales I got the Bahrain airport and the Alpine simulations for the real. Thought that would be nice, and took me not that long to set it up, but had to tweak some of the BGL files to make it work somewhat nicely. Not the best RGen coverage though, so that's good to be aware of. And let me just quickly pause here for a sec. There we go. So let's continue. Where were we at? The route. Had to take a bit of a longer break. Had to attend to my dogs, important creatures as they are. So let's see. Departure and arrival should be our next step. We know it's 30 right, and then it is Nabix 3F, which makes sense. After Nabix, the arrival. We can just do the legs, I guess, first, or the route from Nabix. P699 to Ormid. And then Y856 to Ordig. A lot of order. And then direct to OB30 right. Okay, very interesting. I thought, is that an ILS approach? 30 right? It is an ILS approach. So why none of the... So I'm gonna do the same now with pilot to ADC, right? So let's see, I'm gonna show it to you as well so you can see the route. So you see, not that much longer than flying to Qatar. In terms of SID, we have that here, Nabi, right? And then star. So why not Ordig? Like, is that such a weird route? I mean, it's a bit of a... It takes a bit more time, but that would be fun to do that. And then with the transition... I don't think BHR is the best. I think what we should do is a vectors transition. Like that. We can connect to the sim. Let's see if we get the right call sign. Saudia, yeah, we can file. Yeah, I should actually, since I'm flying from Saudia, I should be flying from Riyadh or somewhere else. I do have a lot of freeware ones that I'm gonna have a look through, but I don't have the main airports. I think there's one payware for P3D, and that's the King one at well, the OERK, I think, by MFSG. But okay, I'm gonna file, I'm gonna remove that. We will not do any direct, we won't do any trans, so we'll just go like that. We'll go leg page. We can oh sorry, we are gonna do the sorry, now I remember. We are gonna do the ILS with the ORDI but no trans, right? That was the... So there we go. Good. Let's see though how it will work. Should be fine, hopefully. In terms actually, apart from what we have here, and I don't think actually, now that I'm looking at it, have we done anything with the loading of the front one? Request nose cargo. We can remove that. I think we don't need to have that connected. You can see the pretty good weather, some cumulus clouds. Don't really see any bad weather. We have really nice scenery around here because it's the Flight Tampa airport with photoreal for Dubai, and then we'll have the Alpine simulations and the MFSG Bahrain airport. They're quite cheap. The MFSG could be a bit cheaper though. It's not the best. It's nice to get it for a lot of different sims, right? If I had Microsoft Flight Sim, I would be able to use that airport there. But it is of course not the... You can see the nose closing here. But yeah, it's not the best scenery, not like this Flight Tampa Dubai. That's really nice, even though it's a bit old by now, but it's nice nevertheless. Let's close the doors while we are waiting. Close, 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 close. There we go. Now we should be closing all our doors, including our nose. Apart from that, let's see what we have here. Seat belt. Can put that on. If we have any people in the back for the cargo. Actually, looking up here, guess auto. Can put all of these on. Window heat. Pack. Don't think you need to put those on yet. I'm not sure if you can have them on when you're starting. I'm wondering if there's been a change with this 478 compared to 400. Nav lights can go on, I think. Beacon, I can just put that on. I think that should be sufficient as of right now. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, press the autopilot disengage button. Saudia 4003 Heavy, ready to copy IFR clearance. No? Oh, no, I'm on the wrong... No, now I lost it. Let's see, because it's different. I need to get the frequency. Here we go. That's the frequency. 1235, and we want to switch. Has it been switched? Why is it saying 136? That's not our... That's not the frequency we have, or is it? Let me see. Oh, I think it's this one, right? There we go. We need to put that on. Saudia 4003 Heavy, ready to copy, IFR clearance. Nothing. Saudia 4003 Heavy, ready to copy, IFR clearance. That's not a good sign. Try it a third time. Saudia 4003 heavy, ready to copy, IFR clearance. Nothing? Let me see if I can ask with the co-pilot instead.
Saudia 4003 heavy ready to copy IFR clearance. Saudia 4003 heavy, your flight plan seems to be out of date. Please file a new one and call back for clearance.
Okay, let's try again.
Saudia 4003 heavy, your flight plan seems to be out of date. Please file a new one and call back for clearance. Saudia 4003 heavy, your flight plan seems to be out of date.
What's going on with this flight plan? Let's try again. Connect. Okay, let's see if I can switch. Yeah, I can. Saudia 4003 heavy, ready to copy IFR clearance. There we go. 10,000 feet, squawk 45660. There we go. Squawk. TA, RA. Weather radar. I can wait with that, I guess.
Heavy is cleared to Oscar Bravo Bravo India. Climb via the Navi 3 Foxtrot departure. With the Navi's transition.
What's the weather? 109.
Climb to 10,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearance.
Oh wait, sorry. It's supposed to go down like that.
Departure on 121.02.
I need to do the performance here as well. Let me see. Init ref.
Altimeter is 2982 ground on 118.35 Saudia 4003 heavy.
What's our cost index? Sorry. Just trying to find the info. 122 is our cost index. 698.6 is our zero fuel, and our reserve fuel is 1.1. Okay, that looks good. Thrust limitations, I guess we'll do the rated one. Let's we have someone landing, I guess that's 3 right. But let's then go here and get our airport info. It's not in the best place, this one. 30 right. It's dry conditions as usual. Let me see. Current active weather. No. No, but I don't want to deboard. Let me see. Let me do it like this. I can reset my position. Let's see. And let's make sure we ask for the pushback one. I think that's the one we want next. But first off, we want to check pilot ADC, current act. Why is this jumping? 110 at 2. So let's see here. 1. At 2. Outside air temperature 31 Celsius. QNH 1009. Takeoff weight should be a bit less, right? 7.4. And our gross weight 744.6. CG, let me have a look at my FS actions. 22. There we go. Thrust rating, rated. Flaps 10, air condition on, anti-ice off. Or is there an auto? I doesn't see. Wait, now I want to see. What's the... But this is not in kilo. Why? Let me see. Options. System page. Application preferences. Pounds. That's the problem. Save. We are going back to the performance one. In. So that was probably the issue. So 7, 8. No, 7. 744 600. Now we got it. Perfect. Once we wait for that, we can also start the APU. Let's have a quick look on the outside. Looks like everything is somewhat cleared. We can already prepare for pushback. We should see our APU start here relatively soon. We can also open the checklist, stat, and first stat maybe, yeah, the APU starting, then checklist. And this one isn't like the, oh, but it does work, the press. But I think here is the cursor selector if we're being. So parking brake, we can set that. And then, you see you can't press the screen. So you have to use this one. It's not as fancy as the 777. Okay. Let's see though if we now have the APU. It looks available. I'll disconnect the ground. Remove the. Not sure what happened to the screens, but okay. Maybe it was when we switched the channel. Selected temp is 40. In terms of takeoff, we'll do flaps 10. CG was 22 if I'm not mistaken. We want to do right, so nose right. Takeoff weight, what was that, 744.6. We don't really need to fill this, but I like to do it just to make sure we are aligned. 3-1 in the reference, 1 at 2. We don't have any slope because we're flying P3D. 149, 157, 172. So very close. 15. 157 and 172. Nice, there we go. Unit ref, do we need to do anything? Nope. Saudia 4003 heavy, ready for pushback. Okay, pushback approved.
Pushback approved.
We can put
Saudia
back the engine
4003
page.
heavy.
Or actually, just before we do the engine page, I think this is before start. MCP, I think we can call it somewhat ready. So ready, takeoff speed, CDU flight, trim should be, let me see, 6.3. And we see the trim there, 6.3. Trim is set, taxi and takeoff briefing. We'll just go down here and to the right. Yep, good. Let's release our parking brake. Okay, good. We are now being pushed back. And we can start our engines. We'll start with engine number 4. Let me just quickly move to the right. Engine number 4 is starting. We can push the fuel. lever to run, which we did. And we're now seeing these huge engines starting. Very beautiful plane, the 747. It's quite long, the 8 model, 747-8. And look at these engines, they just look huge compared to some of the other 747 engines. Can't go much bigger with these. Very nice. Let me just get back to our normal. Okay, it's looking good. It is pulling up. And now you should be able to see it. Just takes a bit of time. Barrow disagree. So my guess is that Barrow disagree. How can the interesting. Now we shouldn't have that issue. It does look to have started. Starting engine number 2. I think they want us to set parking brake, which we will. I'll put this to legs page, the fuel. Now it should auto start. Anything else we need to do? Lock the... Maybe you can somewhere up here, right? For the cockpit, or maybe it's not necessary in the F model. Fuel Yellison. Oh yeah, fire test, never did that. Looks like it's working. That's the interphones. Can you start with both of these two? On, yeah. It looks like it's starting. It takes a while to start these modern engines. Good to know with the 747-8 or the 8F in this case, but I guess generally for the 747-8 models is that they are quite new, right? They came out in 2008 and they were built until like 2023, 22 or something. So it's not a very old model. It's a new airplane, built of course on an old design, but still pretty fresh. Okay, let's start engine number 3. Oh, let me just call Saudia 4003 Heavy, ready to taxi. Okay, now we can do engine number 3. Engine number 3 seems to be pulling up.
Taxi to runway 30 right via taxiways Papa Niner, November 1.
Yeah, it's basically a straight taxi.
Runway 30 right Saudia 4003 Heavy.
Do we have any nice aircrafts around us? You can see the 777s representing Emirates. You would think there would be more A3. I mean, I have 30% on my AIG manager, so looks to be a bit, but maybe not here. Maybe on the other side of the terminal there's a bit more planes. Anyone landing now? Oh, sorry. Let me put this straight. Not what I can see. Let me go. Is the legs page? Is this flight plan actually? No. Now it's activated. This one looks good though. Yeah, now we have a flight plan. Let's start engine 1. They look to be reasonably enough stable. We'll do the weather radar. We'll do the lights, runway turn off and taxi lights. Is this the test? Yeah, just to see that those works. Standby auto, standby power should be on auto, right? Anything else? Oh, look at that beauty. 777, right? Did that one just take off? Or maybe it's from the other runway, right? A bit further down. Very nice. I mean, the 777, I think that's a AIG model, and they look just very nice. Actually, not bad at all. Okay, let's see now. I think that's the last engine starting now, so engine number 1. I wonder where that one is heading. It's going east, so I'm guessing north, or then it's gonna go south. Probably east. Would make sense, I guess. Let me see now. Anything else we need to set in here? Do not think so. Does this one? Maybe. Yeah, that one works. So that's nice. Here you would have the flight engineer, if we had one, but we don't. Fuel tanker engine, I think this is fine. It's just a normal cautionary warning. We can recall. It looks like everything is fine. We can do the packs. We don't need the APU anymore, so we can shut the APU. Checklist non-normal. Let me see. One of these curves was followed, 1 or 4. But do you have to change anything? In either wing, inboard tank count is less than equal to the respective outboard. Okay, oh yeah, I always forget that this is not a touchscreen, it's a... Okay, so before taxi, anti-ice recall, auto brake, rejected takeoff, flight controls. They seem to be going up and down and left and right. Now we haven't checked it here, but I'm gonna assume it's correct. Ground equipment, normal. Here we have flight controls. You can see push down, we get the elevators. It looks to be working sufficiently well for our sim purposes. Let's go back to engines, release parking brake. Don't think we can taxi on idle thrust, so we'll give it some trust. Let's see if this is enough to get us moving. It looks to be. Maybe we can throttle down actually a bit so it doesn't speed us up too much. Oh, here we have a 777 landing. Doesn't that look crazy late, or is that me who is whoa, where did it go? Well, Houston, we have a problem. Maybe that's what happened to that Malaysia 777. Just disappeared. Oh, that's weird. That's probably something. I do wonder what's causing that. Let me see. We need to be on the line here, right? Can't wing this too much. I think I gave a bit too much trust, but that's fine. We can speed it up. We can speed things up a bit by taxis very nicely. Yeah, look at that tiller. You really need to move it. You can see the runway end here for 30 right. Look at these cool Saudia ones. This is A320s or 21s.
On taxiway.
What's our speed? Oh, 42. Yeah, I got a bit too eager. Let's brake a bit. It doesn't feel like you're driving that fast with these big ones. That's the problem. Okay, let's see. We can still continue down like this. It wants us to really use all of the runway. The funny part is I think this runway has been extended in real life. Here it seems to end a bit sooner. I think in real life you go down. So yeah, old scenery, right? Has its flaws. And there's Burj Khalifa looking very nice. That could though impact the takeoff request, so gotta be a bit careful with that, or at least watch out. Okay, let's see. Saudia 4003 heavy, ready for takeoff. Well, engine start. How did he see is messing with us now. Saudia 4003 heavy, ready for takeoff. No, we didn't take it. Saudia 4003 heavy, ready for takeoff. Yeah, let's make sure we have that clearance before we cross the line. Put on the lights. Taxi, I think we can put off. Saudia 4003 heavy, ready for takeoff. No, but I'm at the runway.
Ground on 118.35 for taxi. Saudia 4003 heavy.
Maybe I can actually ask.
Saudia 4003 heavy, request midfield departure runway 30 right. Tower on 118.75 Saudia 4003 heavy. Saudia 4003 heavy, ready for midfield departure runway 30 right.
Yes, there we go. We just had to ask for midfield departure. I hope Flight Tampa updates this scenery. Just with, you know, the runways. That would be sufficient. Okay, let's get going.
Approaching 30 right.
Okay, turn it to the right. Can you with this aircraft do a rolling start? I guess you can. Or a rolling takeoff. I guess it's not impossible. Let's do it. Let's do it.
On runway 30 right. Flaps.
Oh, flaps, flaps, flaps. You see, I had forgotten something. There we go, flaps 10. Let's have a look at the checklist. Before takeoff, we need to get the flaps to 10. You can see these huge flaps slowly being put down to increase the lift, but also create a bit more drag. So let's see now. Nothing else around us. I can see one of the A380s down there. That's nice. Anything on the upper panel? No, 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 no. The wipers are working. The checklist is ready. Okay, wish us good luck. Toga. Okay, a V1 of 150 and then 157 for the rotate. Airspeed is alive, that's good news. Will we be able to... It's a short runway, this one. Or it's not that long. 100 knots. Looks pretty good. 120 knots. We should be able. Okay. V1. Rotate. Okay, and we'll rotate this aircraft.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear coming up. Looking very nice. Very nice with the skyline of Dubai in the background. An awesome viewpoint. Oh, we killed some flies on our ascension or our climb. Let's see. Looking good. Can decrease the flaps. Runway turn off. We can turn those off. Poor little fly had to die so we could live. Let's follow this. It flies beautifully. Let's put it into VNav so we don't have to think about the speed ourselves. Sorry about that. Had to close one of the pilot ADC menus. Wonderful cruise ship down there. I like these smoke effects from Flight Tampa. Or smoke, but sand dust effects, I guess. Reminds me a bit of Dune. Let's go to standard berth, because I'm gonna forget that otherwise. It flies very nice, this aircraft. And let's see if we can get a good picture actually from here. That was a pretty nice one. And use that as our banner for YouTube. As you can see, the sand is texture only, so that's very interesting. Now we need to climb a bit more.
Contact departure on 121.02 Saudia 4003 Henry.
What's our throttle reference? It's on VNav with throttle. Okay, throttle ref is the right one. We'll go autopilot on 160.
Climb to flight level 160 center on 124.85. Take care, Saudia.
And we're gonna get clearance up to
4003
260, so I'm gonna put that in already. We'll be climbing over 10,000 soon enough. I'll just turn off these lights. It's broad daylight anyway. And then I don't think there's much else to do. It's just gonna be a nice flight. You can see we're leaving beautiful Dubai behind us, going to Bahrain. See these nice palm trees, or whatever you want to call them. I guess they'll probably build more of those now. There is one more at least. Some nice islands. So let's see, I'm gonna put a nice, I'm just quickly gonna check if it looks good, the flight plan. And it does look good. So let me find you a nice viewpoint. We have one with the engines maybe. Yeah, this one. This would be cool. Maybe a bit more of the engines would be nicer to see. Like this. And I'll be back in a jiffy. It's just gonna do the V now up to the or to the top of climb, and it will kind of handle itself. So I'll have some time to do other stuff. But do enjoy the view. Okay guys, we are coming up on our top of descent. Let me switch view quickly. As you can see, we have Qatar down here, or yeah, Qatar, and then I think just across you can see Bahrain. So let's see, what's our top of descent? It's a bit later on this one, but we're in no mega hurry to start descending just yet. So let's follow the top of descent with this one, but while we wait I can check if we have the OBBI chart. So let me have a look. And I do have OBBI, but do I have it in the EFB? That is the $1,000,000 question. Let's go and find PMDG, EFB, Documents Library, Common, and now let's see if we have it here. We're slowly saving a bit more stuff, right? So that's nice. OBBI, there you go. And how old is this one? This one is very new actually. I think it's from their official website, but it's probably huge. As you can see, a lot of pages. So let's see if we can okay, so these are the menu won't help us, I think. We need to just slowly, I think, get down. Maybe this one can help. We want to get to the approach. Let's have it load for a bit. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Here we could already see. Oh. We used to be able to see something. Yeah, so we're coming in here. Here's Bahrain. This is the aeronautical chart. It's still gonna be ways to go before we get down to the. I should just cut out a lot of these pages. I don't know why I didn't do that. Good information though. Let me just have a look on the outside a bit. Okay, we're just turning. Still looking good. Oh, we've been assigned a frequency, but we haven't changed to that. That's always such a great thing to notice.
Center Saudia 4003 Heavy at flight level 260.
This might bug it out. Should have changed earlier. Let me see if I can.
Center Saudia 4003 Heavy at flight level 260.
Let's see if we can get them to.
Center Saudia 4003 Heavy at flight level 260.
Yeah, we need to reset that altitude. What we're going down to 21,000. Let's reset that altitude, even though we don't have pilot to ADC. That's the I hate to monitor pilot to ADC like any program, right? Okay, let's see if we can find now our runway. We are doing not 12 but 31, so it should be after this one, I think. We have a few different approaches for runway 12. So 30 right, 30 left, ILS 30. Oh, let's see. So here we go. Now what's the... That's hard to see. Is that the 111.8? Ah. Let me see if I can zoom in like this. 111.8 I think. Let me have a look if it's the same on the radio here. 110.3. That feels very different. Where did we go now? Oh, now we're going up again, I assume. God damn it. Maybe we went too far down. Here we go. I need to double check this actually. Let me see, and we haven't started descending just yet. When does it want us to descend? Okay, soon enough, but not yet. There we can see Qatar. To double check, it's always good to go to the sim, to the map mode, find the airport you're heading towards. Have a look. 110.3. So it is a different ILS here compared to what we seem to have here. In terms of our, let me see, this is the RMP one. VOR, DME, ILS. Oh, here's the ILS one, 110.3. So that's correct. Cat 1, 226. We can put the barrow, 226. Why such a low barrow? Let's see, 226. And now we should be starting to descend, right as scheduled. The clock we should have put on a long time ago. Small mistake, but not too detrimental. It's a nice livery, this one, because of the color scheme being, I guess, not that common, this kind of beige color scheme. Let's see, what's the missed approach? Climb to the online track and contact ATC, okay. So ATC contact, what's the landing? 8 feet. Do you have with these any kind of like landing elevation, that sort of things to insert? Possibly not, right? Auto. What about our fuel situation? Actually, let's see. Descent, recall nodes. Let's do auto brake 2, and that's usually a good one. Yeah, let's say we have done everything that we haven't. And then let me go to the fuel page. We seem to have fuel enough. 6.2, 6.2, 6.2, 6.2. 24.8. So that's very good news. Since we won't be flying with Pilot ADC, or I doubt they'll be able to come back in time, we can just do a direct. So we'll remove our discontinuity and it will fly us its own way, kinda. Okay, let's bring that one up again. We can go actually to menu, do our landing performance, show landing. We're landing at OBBI. At runway 30 right, conditions dry. Let's check the wind. Show keyboard, 1, 5, 150 at 6, so quite minuscule winds. The temperature is basically the same, 31 degrees, with a QNH of 1009. Flap configuration 30, air conditioner on, anti-ice off. We can maybe ref at 5, sure. 166. That's quite speedy. So let's see if we do 166. Not too much more than some wind correction. Okay, good. Now we have everything kind of prepped. What's the weather? Doesn't seem to be too many clouds. Quite nice. And let me check out the 747-8 difference. So the wingspan is larger, the length is longer, the height is a bit higher compared to 400. The 880 can fly further than the 747-8. Very interesting. What's the big difference? So it's the longest. Actually, this is longer than the 8V40. So it's the longest fusion airliner until the 777X. So the wing is thicker and deeper. Can carry almost 500 passengers. 155 aircraft were built. The last one delivered to Atlas Air on January 31st, 2023. Quite an amazing run it had. Or not this specific version, but I guess with the other 747. How many of the 400 were built? 694. So not that popular. 300. Oh, so total number built were only 1,574. So not that many 747s, but still, you know, quite a good amount. We're getting 1,500 feet. Yeah, we're getting. That's good news. Let's see if the frequency is changed by itself or we need to do anything. This should help us quite a bit.
Transition for the ILS approach to runway 30 right will cross warning at 4 above flight level 135 and descend via the warning 1 arrival with the warning transition to cross CI 30R and 4 above 1,000.
We're soon at 10,000 feet. How was the transition altitude?
003 heavy approach on 127.85.
Oh, now I...
Contact approach on 127.85 Saudia 4003 heavy.
13,000 feet, so we should be transitioning already. What's the 109, was it? Yeah. There we go, now we have the right one. We have not switched departure frequency, so we'll have to do that again by ourselves. So OBBI approach.
4003 heavy descending to 1,500 feet.
It's yeah. It's a very nice exterior model, the PMDG one. 747, very nice. Can't complain. Let's see. What do we need to be aware of? We have the auto brakes. We can arm the speed brakes, I think. I don't think we'll have a trouble or find us in any trouble. We can do the landing lights. Let's check where they are actually. The landing lights, are they within the wing? There they are. So they're not being dropped down. Is that a plane above us? Yeah, look at that. So there is some contrail being created. I wonder what airplane that is. I guess we'll never know. Okay, we're getting down. I guess the airport is somewhere here. Let's see if we can get down a bit. We're slowing down now quite a bit, whilst we're losing speed. We're quite, it's going quite well, I would say. So basically fly a bit to the right here, then come back in. Look at that. Oh no, don't let me miss the aircraft. Let's see what's loading now. I wanna see, what is that? DHL? A3767, it must be, right? Could be A3. Nah, this one, right? DHS. That was pretty cool. Wonder where it's going. Probably that's low, so it must have been. Or maybe it's flying to Dubai from here or somewhere. I think we can see a bit of the surroundings here now, so that's nice. Let's see, we're soon 250. What's our... Looks okay, but we're a bit behind, I would say, by now. Still trying to blow off some speed. Hopefully this will help, but let's see. I'm gonna go to flaps 1, I think. Guessing. Let's see, slats. This might help us a bit. Let's see, and the airport should be here, right? That's the airport. And that's, I guess, another palm tree. They do like their palm trees out here. Or palm trees, but palm islands, I guess you can call them. Let's see, flaps 5, if we can go to that already. I do think this one has some sort of inside, I mean it has the cargo hold, right? Which is pretty okay. I mean it's not the worst. It's pretty good. Let's see if it has the upper deck in any way, any meaningful. Seems to have some chairs here, that's nice. But very basic. And here we're now. Some stuttering. Must be that it's loading these textures as it's going. It's returning a bit in and out. But yeah. Slowly and steadily we're getting there. Look a bit into the wing there. Okay, let's see if we can get back to our normal viewpoint in case we need it, just to look around. Still looks quite good. I think we're kind of back on where we need to be in terms of speed. Everything else should be kind of ready already. Do you have any nice buildings here? Looks like a few high-rises. So yeah, it's not the best scenery. It's nothing compared to the Dubai one, but it's pretty okay. The Alpine one. I have their Philadelphia as well. Not too good. I just used the kind of the center. I basically removed the rest of the BGL files. Okay, let's see. Looks a bit interesting, this turn here. Should hopefully be fine. Let's do a quick look here from the co-pilot seat just to check. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Will be an interesting approach. Oh, there's been the Gulfstream 650 released. That's cool. What else? PMDG updates. Let's see, we'll be turning right very shortly, so let's start ready for that so we have some time. Lights, we can turn those on. Let's see, what else do we need to do? Not too much, let's just hope we can maintain kind of a speed. I think with the 8 you can keep the auto throttles on for the approach and landing, but I'm gonna try to do this totally manually. So let's see how it goes. Let's just get on the glide slope and all of that, so we do utilize at least a lot of the computers, the autopilot. Let's see, it's gonna want to drop us down very shortly to a slower speed, but not just yet. It's quite a amazing machine, this one though, when you think about it, like just this huge thing flying. I mean, it just seems so ridiculous. I guess the A380 is getting crazier, and that's dropping soon for Microsoft. I feel like we're a bit high. I'm gonna add a bit more
Heading 195 vectors to the
flaps.
ILS approach for runway 30 right Saudia 4003 heavy heading 195 Saudia 4003 heavy fly heading 270.
We should be down at 1,500, right?
Feet cleared for ILS approach to runway 30
So now we're
right tower
descending
on
again, that's a good
118.5
sign.
Saudia 4003 heavy. Tower Saudia 4003 heavy inbound for ILS approach runway 30 right.
And if you're wondering why my cockpit is quite bright, it's because I have this actually one mod that I found online, RD shades, that just makes it a bit brighter, the cockpit. I think it was for the 800, if I'm not sure. Is it the 800 or the 400? I think it's the 800, right? Because it looks very bright. It's not as dark as it is some of the aircraft in P3D, unfortunately. Okay, let's see, we're coming in on the final. Let's see if it gets us to turn. We're at 3,000 feet now. Yeah, we're getting down slowly and surely, but there we have the runway. We're below 3,000 now. We still need to go down to 1,500. We seem to be quite okay. I'm gonna activate the approach very shortly. Let me just get us on the right, on the LNAV line, and then we'll activate the approach. Let's see. There we go. So localizer activated, seems to be captured already. We're a bit above the glide slope it seems, but just a tad bit. Let's drop the landing gear. We're doing right, so it's that one over there. I think the other one might be closed actually, this one. So it should only be that one, but let's see. As you can see, pretty okay scenery, not that many buildings though, so it's nothing compared to some of these other ones, but it's okay. You at least get the nice skyscrapers in the background. You know, and they are very nice, right? It's not just basic ones. Let's see. Going flaps 100, sorry, flaps 20. I'll remove the autopilot. Remove the auto throttle. Yes, that was all. Oh, sorry. Let me do it like this. Auto throttle should be disconnected. You can go flaps full, but we need to give some speed. So now we're a bit below. Getting a bit of freezing now. Maybe it's my CPU, right? I have one of those 13,700s, right? I've heard they have a lot of issues. Okay, 166, we need to get up on our V speed a bit. It seems like we can go much lower though, so checklist non-normal. What's the issue? Oh, auto throttle, okay. Not the end of the world. Okay, now we're a bit high again.
Approaching. 30.
I hate you can't do everything at once. Let's get back on the glide slope. Looks okay, I think I have one red. Should be fine, we're a big aircraft, right? 400.
Approaching minimums.
Let's see.
Minimums.
Continue.
Sync rate 100. Sync rate
Sync rate.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Okay, there we go. Pretty good landing, even though we got that stuttering. Not sure why I've been getting so much stuttering again. It really helped when I upgraded my RAM, but then it just came back. Okay, 100. Guess we can go to manual braking. There we go. Let's turn here, I guess. I think this one, as you can see, it's not the best scenery. It's not the worst, but it's just... it's nothing that good, unfortunately. Oh, we stopped totally in our tracks. Not planned at all. Now I realize we don't have any pack X, so we can't really see what our descent rate was, but I think it was pretty good, around 100. It was a pretty smooth landing. That's what I like about the 747. It's even easier than the 777 to land nicely. Just because, you know, it's somewhat something with the heaviness, right? It makes you stay very stable. Let me see. I guess we should go to the right here, if I'm not mistaken. Did we ever get the clearance to land? I don't think so, but I think pilot ADC kind of bugged out again, so it is what it is. Let's see, let's get back. I think this is the one we should be on. We're going a bit too fast. The taxi light should be on, the landing light should be off. We don't need the strobe. We do need the APU, so we need to start that. Here we have the cargo terminal, so that's nice. We can turn in here. We can just do this first one here. Just gonna cut some corners here. Z C3. It's not the biggest one, right? I think we should have done the C4 actually, but we'll just do this because why not? Let's see, we're quite nicely on the yellow line. There we go. Parking brake set. What about the APU? Let me see. The APU seems to be on. We can connect it. That's good. Shutting engine 4. Well, we didn't really need to shut them, right? If we're just gonna do the replay, but I guess it's nice. As you can see here, what I'm meaning, like we have a lot of autogen missing, but we have a nice skyline, right? So it's okay. It's pretty nice. It's good for the frames, even though the stuttering issues. Okay, let's see. We wanna do the instant replay. 260 should be enough, I think. Yeah. So here we're coming down. Quite some nice views. Let me just get the normal one. I think it was a pretty good approach, apart from that one when I had to check the error checklist for some reason. That should not have been a priority item during a landing or during the approach. But let's see, it's a bit of a floater. Let's see if we hit with the... It's a long aircraft, right? So you want to be a bit careful with how much you flare. Okay, there was the... Oh, here's the stuttering part. And there we came down. Yeah, a bit of stuttering actually, that was a bit unfortunate, but it seems to have been a smooth landing at least. Can you see any of these thrust reversers? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, not the best replay function, but oh well. Let me close by TDC. Hopefully you enjoyed this short video with the 747-8, and if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below. And otherwise, I wish you all a good rest of the weekend. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.